So, if someone wanted to get started collecting Marvel cards, what would be your advice to those individuals of how to get started?
On Marvel cards, I think it really depends on like if they're looking for something um, older or modern. That's the nice thing about Marvel. They've been printing for many
Yeah, they have.
years.
Yep.
So they have really good entry points on the newer stuff. And they also have good entry points on the older, like in the 1990 Marvel Universe set, where they have a lot of the rookie cards for Doctor Strange and Captain America and all that.
Hmm.
You can get them raw at really good pricing. Even like if you wanted to get lower grade stuff like PSA 8, PSA 9, those are really within reach. And even the PSA 10s, after like the market kind of evened out, they're still, I think, at really good price points for people to jump in and
No,
collect what they like.
now, what do you think the same? What would be the same question as far as those thinking about getting into Star Wars cards?
For Star Wars cards, um, I think what's nice about the Star Wars cards a little bit more is that Topps has been printing them. So
Hmm.
there's a little bit more sets you can find, probably half a dozen sets each year for them, where I think Marvel it's going to be less. And so, and I could be wrong on that, but that's just what I've been seeing being into Star Wars more. But you can see like the original top sets; those are well sought after. I was literally at the Westminster show this weekend talking to two gentlemen that are interested in my 1980 1983 complete set because they're set builders.
Okay.
And then, sure enough, there was a lot of people going through the value box who are just trying to go for the chrome. They love the chrome. They love the Topps Finest. Um, I've also been seeing a lot of the 96 Topps Finest, which was like the first year for their Topps Chrome with
Hmm.
Star Wars. That's a very, chase set as well. So that, there's a lot of good entry points with Star Wars for sure.
So, what are some of your valued PC Star Wars cards? And tell me some stories about.
Yeah, so value, the one I showed you, the one I love to show people is let me go ahead and pull it out real quick. It's my 1977 George Lucas sticker,
Oh
and it's
yeah,
a
I
PSA
remember.
10.
Hmm.
So the story behind this card is um, I was listening to the Card Talk Pod, and it was that one episode where they had just sold, or they didn't sell, but the PSA 10 Jay Z rookie sold for like $6,000.
Hmm.
And they were having a discussion about it. Like, where would you want to put your money? Would you buy Jay Z? Would you not buy Jay Z? What would you do with $6,000? And it just, for me, I was like, there's cards out there with great people, great names out there. And as an investor, it's like you want to go ahead and look for those things. You want to go ahead and make early plays if possible. And for me, I was like, yeah, Star Wars has George Lucas. He's the creator of Star Wars. And so I did my search and I did my homework and I was like, what's the earliest card they ever did for George Lucas? And then I found out, yeah, in 1977, Series 5, they came out with cards and a sticker, two stickers for George Lucas. So then I just started going after those and I've been picking them up raw. And I do have a nice little collection of those. And then I found a PSA 10 and
Okay.
I was very excited. And I've been picking up little by little. Just that's like my main Grail card that I've just been buying, sitting on. That I believe is a very special card in the future. And being that he's the creator of Star Wars, um, and seeing how the market's been really popping off. At the end of last year, we saw that really large sale for the Luke Skywalker.
Yep.
You know, I think it's a sign of things to come with more, more money being pushed from Disney into Star Wars, and them producing these really great series that people are enjoying on Disney Plus and movies and such forth. So I think that the Star Wars market is going to continue to see some really, really exciting things.
So now, when customers come to your table and they're talking to cards, is it the same dialogue that may happen with sports cards, where people are talking population, print runs, things like that?
Yeah, yeah, I do get hit on a lot with the pop report and things like that. Comps, which comps are a little bit, they're a challenge to work through. Every dealer has their way of navigating through that for sure. But with the Star Wars stuff, it's the population. I have seen some characters are growing, like Luke Skywalker population is growing,
Yeah.
but it's not growing in the higher end, So we have to recognize, like, this is the 45th anniversary year for Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It came out in 77. So these cards that are 45 years old, people trying to get tens on them,
It's difficult.
it's difficult. It's difficult. We see people who are trying to do that with Jordan or with any vintage baseball card. Like, it's not happening as easy as you would expect. If anyone's ever opened up a vintage pack of Star Wars, there's some real off center. There's some real,
Yep.
the cards are not they're grainy. They're a different kind of print than what we see nowadays. So, but yeah, population report is something that I think holds strong to the Star Wars market.
So OG Cards Cam has a question. FD, does he send any cards in for grading? And if so, who do you send them to?
Yeah, so I've sent Star Wars cards to SGC. I am sitting on a nice stack that I do plan to send to PSA. I'm just not in a big rush for it right now because I'm still building up more of that. So yeah, but SGC has been really good with grading the Star Wars.
So now I don't typically see Star Wars cards graded by Beckett or some of these other companies. Do you see that? Okay.
Yeah. So this is a gold medallion. It's a gold out of 50. It's basically based on epic battles from different Jedis and Sith throughout the years. This came out in 2015. Really fun card. But I noticed thicker cards tend to go to BGS.
Okay.
That's what I've seen. Yeah.
Brendan asks, I bet the stickers are tough grades.
Yeah. A lot of the stickers that I've picked up, I would say in all of them, maybe like less than 5% have really good centering, but they're hard. I mean, especially from being from the 70s. I've seen stuff, they're really cut bad. It makes it feel like they weren't really in good production at the time. But and that's why another reason why I invested in the George Lucas sticker rather than the card first, because I felt that was going to be a harder find.
And so what's the other side of the story? Where did you find that card at? The George Lucas card. eBay. That's eBay.
Yeah. At the time, eBay, I was doing a lot of buying on eBay. I was going to shows, but like it was really hard. It's really hard to find vintage at shows. It's in the Southern California area, I would say, because that's where I primarily do shows and go to shows. But I have my save searches all lined up to notify me, and it popped up one day, and I jumped on it very quickly. And since then, I've seen some more pop up, and I've had other people, they've come up to me and they're like, hey, I found one, PSA 10, PSA 9, picked it up. I feel that it's a good pickup for long term and all that. So, yeah.
Mikey says, Marvel has a super low print run compared to Pokemon.
Yeah, I think Marvel, again, there's a lot of room for Marvel to still grow. I know a lot of people have been thinking that it's going to turn a different direction, especially like with the PMG market. We've seen a lot of prices go up. I think we've also seen a lot of prices even out. But again, why I continue to buy Marvel is because you have Disney behind that. And that Disney engine does not stop.
It's true. Mark makes a comment that I'm thinking about as well. He said he's still trying to pick up a Han Solo, although I would like to do that as well.
I agree.
Princess Leia.
Yeah, Princess Leia, Han Solo autos. I mean, he's of the three main actors from the original trilogy. He went off to go and do big things. He's Indiana Jones, and yeah.
Yep. He's done a lot of things. Hard autograph to get, doesn't sign much.
He doesn't.
Kind of keep up on who signs what and when, where. He doesn't do that. All right, we got Colorado Sports 2. Star Wars can't be hype. It's like Disney. Will always be something. Find anything vintage Disney, and it will sell. I've been buying a garage sales a little for the last year and a half or so.
Yeah, that's a good play. A lot of people asked. There was an interview with George Lucas when he sold Lucasfilm, to Disney, and they asked, why did you sell to Disney? And he said it's because Disney is the best at keeping a legacy alive. You think about kids nowadays, they know who Mickey Mouse is, Donald Duck, they know who Sleeping Beauty is. And now, and George wanting to keep Star Wars an ongoing legacy, he made that move with Disney so that way kids and generations to come would still know Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Han Solo, Chewbacca, Darth Vader. They do a really good job at keeping good characters and villains, modern.